Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Evanston. My name is Eileen Wiviott. I'm the senior minister here, and whether this is your spiritual home or you are newly discovering this community, we're grateful to share this time together with you. We strive to be an inclusive and welcoming community, seeking truth and love and nurturing the human spirit for a world made whole. We are guided by our principles and values, which remind us in every moment and through every challenge that each of us is worthy of love and that we are all connected through the vast and beautiful web of existence. We come together to remember our kinship with one another and to hold one another in heart and mind with tenderness and careful attention, and to dedicate ourselves more fully to living our shared values. People of all ages are a welcome and important part of this faith community.
morning. I'm Barbara Mesle. It's wonderful to see your faces, and thank you, choir. We look so forward to this Music Sunday.
I should have done this for you.
Oh. The Unitarian Church of Evanston resides on land that was recorded as being transferred from the local Potawatomi community to the U.S. government in 1829. Shortly before the Potawatomi in this area were forcefully removed west of the Mississippi River. This land was then sold to white settlers. We remember the ancestors of contemporary African Americans, the individuals, families, and networks of Black people who built up our country's culture and economy, a role forced on them originally by enslavement. We acknowledge the intentional violence that landed on North American shores in 1619 and has continued throughout the generations and remains a reality today. These acknowledgements are one small effort toward building long-term solidarity with contemporary communities. We commit ourselves to take what we learn here today and incorporate it into our lives and turn our thoughts into actions. Please join in our words of shared commitment. We name these realities with honor for all the ancestors, respect for our descendants, and gratitude for the land. As the music team lights our chalice, symbol of our living tradition, please join in saying the words on the screen by Andy Pacula. Let there be light to illuminate the faces of loved ones, light to vanquish the shadows of hatred and fear, light to bring hope to the despairing, and the sweet light of love, its wonder to share. Please rise in body or spirit and join in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Before we sing our opening hymn, I invite those joining us online to greet each other in the chat, and those gathered in the sanctuary to turn to one another briefly to say good morning, trying to greet someone who is new to you. After the service to continue your conversations. If you're new to UCE, please stop by the back to, what are you saying? Oh, we're filled to overflowing. So if you can move to the center so that there's more space towards the aisles, if you're sitting towards an edge and you can scooch together so we can make a little bit more room, that would be great. And if you're new to UCE, please stop by the table at the back, the welcome table with the red tablecloth, to get more information about our community. Thank you. Our opening hymn is number 225, O Come, Emmanuel. We're going to hear it
played through once by our trumpeter and Gregory, and then we will join in singing all 4 verses.
Good morning, there we go. Awesome. Today's Time for All Ages is from a book called The Christmas Menorahs, How a Town Fought Hate, written by Janice Cohn and illustrated by Bill Farnsworth. And this is based on real events that happened in the town of Billings, Montana. It was a cold December night, and Christmas lights twinkled on many houses, and from a few homes, Hanukkah menorahs shone in the darkness. In Isaac Schnitzer's house, there were menorahs in almost every window. On this night, as Isaac did his homework in the den, he heard a loud crash. He went into his bedroom. He found the window had been broken. Someone had thrown a big rock through it. Isaac and his parents were scared. They had worried that something like this might happen. They called the chief of police, who they knew, and he came to the house. They talked about what happened and how they could make sure it didn't happen again. Isaac's mom said, "We're not going to take down our Hanukkah decorations or hide that we're Jewish." "You shouldn't have to," said Chief Inman. "We will do our best to keep you safe, but there are some people in Billings who are spreading hate, threatening people, especially African Americans, Native Americans, and Jews. We're trying to do everything we can to stop them." "Are you going to arrest them?" asked Isaac. "Maybe, but I think there's another way we can do something about this," Chief Inman answered. "And that's if the whole town takes a stand." After Chief Inman left, Isaac and his parents talked more about what had happened and why someone would hate them just because they are Jewish. His father said, "There have always been people who act out of hate and fear, Isaac." Isaac felt sad and then said, "Let's put our menorahs away. Then maybe they won't bother us again." His dad hugged him and said, "I know it's frightening, but celebrating Hanukkah is part of being Jewish. We shouldn't let another's hate keep us from being who we are or celebrating our holiday." His mom said, "Sticking up for a belief is never easy, but we're not alone. A lot of people are really angry about what's happening, and we want to stand together." The next day, Isaac's mom spoke to a television reporter about what happened and about other acts of hate happening to other people in their community. Isaac was still nervous about putting the menorah back in his window. His parents assured him that they were doing what they could to keep him safe, that the police were keeping an eye on their house, and their neighbors were too. "It's your choice whether you want to put the menorah back in your window. You can take some time to think about it." A meeting was called after many people saw Isaac's mom on TV, and one of Isaac's neighbors said, "It's important that we take a stand as a community. We have to show that an act of hate against even one person in Billings is an act against all of us." And then one woman shared a story her parents told her when she was a child. During World War II, many countries in Europe were fighting the Nazis, who believed Jews should be imprisoned or killed. The Nazis ordered Jews to sew stars on their clothing so they could be easily identified. But Denmark had a courageous king named Christian who believed that the lives of all Danish people were precious. After the Nazis conquered Denmark, King Christian said if the Jews had to wear stars, he would wear one too. Soon, many of the Danes were also wearing stars, even though the Nazis threatened to punish them if they tried to help their Jewish neighbors. Because they stood together against hate, many Jews were saved. So it was decided at that meeting in Billings that instead of asking their Jewish neighbors to take down their menorahs so they could be safe, they should all put menorahs in their windows, just like the Danes who wore stars. Isaac was asked to bring his menorah to class the next day and to share about his tradition. He explained the miracle of the oil that lasted for 8 nights in the temple after the Maccabees defeated those who did not want them to practice their faith. The menorah has 9 candles, one for each night with an extra candle to light all of the others. The class talked a lot about standing up to bullies together so that hatred doesn't win and those who are being targeted know they are not alone. Lots of people in the town, even those who weren't Jewish, put big, colorful pictures of menorahs in their windows so that everyone could see them. Then the newspaper printed a full-page picture of the menorah so people could put them up. Thousands of menorahs appeared in windows throughout town. Isaac's family was very moved by this. His mother said, "Hate can make a lot of noise. Love and courage are usually quieter, but in the end, they're the strongest." As Hanukkah passed and Christmas grew near, more and more menorahs could be seen throughout Billings. The town continued to fight against the acts of hatred, and slowly but surely those acts began to stop. The townspeople told each other this was a gift they had given themselves, and that it was their best holiday ever.
These events, These events took place many years ago in a town far from here, but things like this happen all over our country and still today. Right now, acts of hate are on the rise, especially towards our Jewish and Muslim neighbors. In a clergy gathering recently, we talked about how we can be in solidarity and relationship with one another, how we can take a stand against acts of hatred, Islamophobia, and anti-Semitism. So we decided to have some signs printed, and I want to thank Beth Emmett and Rabbi London across the street. We had these signs printed up: love your neighbor as yourself, standing together against anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. And I want to put one of these on our lawn, and I have 25 of them at the back, and Reverend Susan will have them at the table at the back where, after the service, if you would like to pick one up and put one in your yard. Like the menorahs in the windows in Billings, let's show the strength and the power of love here in Evanston. I invite us to settle in now for our time of quiet reflection as we share the joys and sorrows of the congregation. If you have a joy or a sorrow that you would like spoken aloud, you may write it in the book that's found at the sanctuary doors right there, or you can send me an email, or you can fill out the online form on our homepage. We listen to these offerings with tenderness and with respect, and so we quiet our bodies and our minds as best as we are able. We breathe in together, and we breathe out. These are the joys and sorrows that have been shared today. Sandra Robinson shares she celebrated with her son Ryan his 35th birthday Friday. Many of you will remember Ryan as our lobby staff. She is grateful for his life, of course, as we all are. From Peggy Bocard, today represents my 45th anniversary as a member of UC and being in the choir. Oh, I was looking over here, and I know. She said, unfortunately, she's not singing today. I'm like looking for her. And I wrote, anyway, she's not here because she has a cold and she wanted to bring that to the congregation, but she will see us all next time. Congratulations, Peggy. We know you're watching at home. From Alice Swan, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for the way our community came together to support the Mitten Tree this year. 65 individuals and families shopped for over 250 gifts for 100 people from 4 different organizations, and 16 people helped chase down, wrap, deliver, and otherwise wrangle all those gifts. It was a joy to share this lovely UCE holiday tradition with you all. Thank you, Alice, and all the volunteers for making that possible. From Christine Peters, Jordan Strieber is in rehab at Alden Estates of Evanston. They're relearning to walk after months in bed with a broken leg. Jordan would love to receive your cards. Joan Taylor has moved to Maryland to live with her daughter and to enjoy the remainder of her life. She was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma several months ago. And rather than undergoing treatment, she is taking in the love and appreciation of the many people who have benefited from knowing her. We send her all our love from UCE. And I share finally the sorrow from Suzanne Liz Daly, our communications coordinator. Her mother, Virginia Liss, died yesterday at the age of 86 after a long battle with leukemia. We are sending Suzanne our love and our care as she grieves with her family. Sharing these concerns is at the heart of the practice of beloved community. Together we expand our celebrations and we lessen the burden of our grief. And so you are invited now to come forward and light a candle at any one of the 3 stations. If there's something on your heart that is too tender to say out loud, but you'd still like recognized. And if you would like a candle brought to you, you may raise your hand and we will bring one to you. Please come forward now. Let us join in saying these words together. For these joys, we give our thanks. For these sorrows, we give our love. And please join me in the spirit of prayer and meditation. I invite you to settle in for a moment. Place your feet on the floor. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Rest your hands with your palms down on your thighs. Let go of the tasks you need to do. Be here now. With all there is to hold, the best we can do in this moment is to be here now together. We are connected to each other and to all of life through our breath. Breathe with me here and now. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Our breath is the hum of creation, the vibration of universal mystery, the energy we emerge from and dissolve into. To hum is to create primary music and channel healing power. Humming together has mysterious strength. I invite us to remember our connection with each other and all there is, to experience a moment of grounding and centering through humming. Listen for a tone in your mind and in your body. When I start humming, I invite you to join me with whatever note flows from you, from your center. Don't worry for this moment, whether you are blending or harmonizing or creating dissonance. Together we will be in this moment, holding the vibration of sound that we create together as one. Let yourself melt into the music of our collective voice. Breathe as you need to, change your pitch as you desire, but keep a steady hum until I signal you to stop. Ready? Lynn Unger wrote, "Listen, every molecule is humming its particular pitch. Of course, you are a symphony. Whose tune do you think the planets are singing as they dance? Let us be a symphony of love, humming a universal love song, quiet and steady." Amen. Our sung response is number 1013, "Open My Heart."
As we say in our covenant each Sunday, service is our law. UCE is called by our mission, values, and principles to contribute to our community, to form accountable partnerships, and to express gratitude through giving. Today's offering will be shared with Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism. BLUU is committed to expanding the power and capacity of Black UUs within Unitarian Universalism, providing support, information, and resources for Black UUs, and justice-making and liberation for Black people through our faith. You may text to give, mail in a check, put cash in the collection bowls, or give from our website. If you write a check, please indicate in the memo line if your check is for the shared offering or some other giving. The ushers will now come forward to pass the collection bowls down the rows. Please give as generously as you are able, and may what you give bring you joy. Thank you for your generosity and for your generous giftedness, musicians. From the Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky, love all creation, the whole and every grain of sand in it. Love every leaf and every ray of light. Love the plants. Love the animals. Love everything. If you love everything, you will perceive the divine mystery in all things. And once you perceive it, you will comprehend it better every day. And you will come at last to love the whole world with an all-embracing love.
The choir's next piece was selected by Renee Gatzis, who's sitting right there in the soprano 2 section. She was the high bidder at our 2022 auction for the chance to select a piece for the choir to sing. I always like to share why someone has chosen a particular piece, and Renee wrote this. I chose All Works of Love by Joan Shimko because of its universal, timely message and musical depth. Joan Shimko's compositions can be challenging to learn, but are rewarding to sing and a joy to hear. She often chooses a simple but evocative text, in this case from Mother Teresa, and then shapes the music to best convey the meaning. Shimko herself says about her compositions, I am drawn to texts that invoke divine grace, speak to the universal yearning for good, and that nurture a compassionate heart. And Renee went on to say, that certainly rings true in All Works of Love, where we are challenged to drop them versus us divisiveness and allow an expanded consciousness of love to create the peace we all desire. All Works of Love.
On another subject, this reading is called Hope and Laughter in Each Other's Eyes by Reverend Lisa Presley. I am a stickler when it comes to holidays. Some might even say I'm a curmudgeon. There are things that should be and things that shouldn't be. Holidays need to be observed nicely, each in their own time. Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Washington and Lincoln's birthdays and Memorial Day should be observed on their real days, not on convenient Mondays. Halloween candy should not appear until after Labor Day. And Christmas music, cards, wraps, decorations should not appear until magically on the day after Thanksgiving, like Miracle on 34th Street, okay? When Santa arrives in town on his sleigh. Christmas trees and decorations should be taken down by January 1st. maybe until Epiphany. But clear outside lights can be left up and used all the way through winter, especially if they are the white icicle lights that I like to put up. There are seasons for everything, and the seasons should be observed. So at first, it annoyed me when my partner Amy and I went to the mall the second week in November and saw Santa already there, set up on his big chair and greeting children. What are they thinking, I asked myself. Santa shouldn't be here yet. I was all prepared to be indignant and annoyed, that is, until Amy suggested that we get in line and have our pictures taken with Santa. We joined the line, squeaking in just before the lunch break. We were, of course, the only people in line without children. I don't recall ever having had my picture taken with Santa. I know I visited him because I remember the twinkle in his blue eyes, but I don't know if I've ever had a picture. I was almost as excited as the kids in front of us. We thought about what we would ask Santa for and decided that we should sit next to him rather than on his lap. He has a lot more kids to see this year. Santa was great, treating us with respect and dignity as we promised him that we picked up our toys every day. And he said he'd see what he could do about our wishes. Sure. Our visit was before the official Christmas season begins. But as I sat there with Santa's arm around me, I realized that it was okay. Because I realized that we need hope every day. And that's what this holiday season is about. Hope and love and caring. Now I smile when I see the lit Christmas tree across the courtyard or hear the carols on the radio because we need the hope. We need the hope and laughter in children's eyes. We need the hope and laughter to help us through the darker nights. We need the hope and laughter in each other's eyes. As far as I'm concerned, Christmas can come every day.
Need a little laughter. We need a little Christmas. No.
Put up the tree.
As we extinguish the chalice, please join in saying the words on the screen by the Reverend Elizabeth Zell Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our closing hymn, number 224.
May the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts to flight all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, be in us and among us during this holiday season and always. Go making peace, beloveds. Amen.
Amen.